कृष्णा। इस वक्त हम प्रयागराज के महाकुंभ मेले में हैं। हमारे साथ एक अंग्रेज भाई साहब जो है मिले हैं। आइए इनसे जानते हैं कि अंग्रेज जो है जाग गया है, लेकिन भारतीय कब जागेंगे। तो भारतीयों को जगाने के लिए फिलहाल अंग्रेज भाई से हम बातें करेंगे, फिर वीडियो के अंत में हम आपसे मिलते हैं। Hamish, where come from you?
England.
So how would you compare? Is this sacred bath for you, or this is just like a swimming pool?
It's sacred. I mean, but it's not sacred to me. How do I explain it? I understand that it is sacred. I can, for something to be this big, to be, it's the biggest festival in the world. It's the biggest pilgrimage in the world. I come from a Christian kind of. The West is very Christian, so the world.
So you follow Christianity?
No, I'm not Christian. My family is. I'm not. But my point is.
Do you believe God?
Do I believe in God? I believe there is a God. I don't know what God though. There's too many religions for me to decide, I think. I often think there's a greater force, but I don't think it's for me to say what it is, particularly.
So, if I will ask you one question, who is the supreme personality of Godhead? Do you believe there is only one God, or there have many other forms of gods, or there are many gods?
I think if there is a greater force, it's something that humans can't comprehend. I think there's so much in this universe that humans will never know. For example, what comes after death? You won't know until you die, and you can't come back to tell everyone. So for me, God is one of these things that we like to make easier to understand because we can only see it in the universe that we know and what we understand. But for me, God is beyond human comprehension. If there is a God, it's something that I don't know.
So how many sacred places you had visited so far now in this your?
In India, so many. Gosh, where have I been? I've been to Chennai, Kochi, Goa, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Agra, Lucknow, and now here. So I've been to lots of temples along the way. One of my favourites is in Jaipur, the Hanuman Temple.
Had you visited Vrindavan?
No.
You told me that India is a sacred destination. You feel that this is a sacred destination. So
absolutely.
So far. Yet, but if I will ask you that there is a supreme personality of Godhead who belongs from this sacred place.
Yes.
That is only Krishna. In
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita, if you will read Bhagavad Gita as it is, had you visited some temples?
Yes.
In your country, in UK?
We don't really have temples. It's different. Our temples are cathedrals.
But you in UK,
Yeah.
there are many ISKCON temples too.
Yes.
Had you?
No, I've not. I think when I go home, I'll now go explore them. But
Yeah.
I live in the UK it's majority Christian. That is our religion.
Yeah.
So for us, it's probably a bit like I'm trying to think of a religion. A bit like it's probably a bit like Christianity in India. It's a switch. If that makes Hinduism is very small. It's a minority in the UK. So it's hard to find. It has areas. Birmingham is a big Indian community in Birmingham, and much more in the north. So I know there's a lot more temples up there.
Had you heard about Bhagavad Gita?
No, what is that?
It is a sacred scripture of Sanatana.
Yeah.
Just like Bible, just like Quran,
Yes.
it is also Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
So from Bhagavad Gita, we had found that there is only one God, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna.
Yes.
If you will read that book, you will find that there is only one God.
Yes.
You have many forms.
I think-
if you will read Bible, you discussed that I think you had read Bible.
I was brought up in the Bible, but it doesn't mean I'm not Christian. But that's our text, But religion it's more than just. You grew up in a religious life. No matter if you're religious or not, you grew up in a religious lifestyle. Because I grew up in a Christian country, everything I do, all my thought process, how I live, is based on the ideas of Christianity and Jesus. You can't really escape it. But I'm not religious. It's just how it is. And it's the same in India. You might not be Hindu or believe in Krishna or Shiva, but the way of life is related to that. You speak, your language is Hindi. That is a religious language, but that is the language of India. So you might be Muslim, you might be Jain, you might be Buddhist, but you speak Hindu. It's the same idea, religion, it can often be bigger than just believing in that God. It becomes a way of life.
So is this your first visit to India?
Yes, I've been here.
So
since
how
November.
you can explore India right now in your point of view? What kind of people and culture do you observe?
It's a really hard question because India is so big that it changes every 5 kilometers. I was in Agra. No, I was in Lucknow, sorry, before here. Lucknow and Prayagraj, 2 very different places. You know, the culture and the language changes so much. It becomes hard to give one answer. You know, when I was in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, you know, you're looking at, you know, the ethno group, that's majority there, is Tamil. Their language is Tamil. It's a very different way of life. So every place I go, it's a whole new experience. The first time I heard Hindi was when I arrived in Rajasthan. You know, I didn't hear it in Ahmedabad or anywhere else I visited because they have their own languages.
So it seems that you have many Indian friends too.
Back home, yes, yeah. So I travel by train a lot, going across India, and everyone just wants to speak to you, like you are doing with me. People just want to know who you are, why you're here, and why you're in your country, do you know? Because for you it's exciting, do you know, and I get that completely. And I've been made to feel like a guest in India, which has been I've enjoyed that a lot.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Lovely
and
to
I
meet
hope
you.
that you will explore India very well.
Yes,
and
thank
you
you.
will visit again.
Yes.
वेद व्यास के अनुसार यदि आप घर में गौशाला का विजिट करते हैं या आपने गौ माताएं पाली हैं तो गौ माता यदि भागती है तो भागते भागते उसके पीछे यदि आप गौ माता को फॉलो करते हैं तो उसके खुर से जो मट्टी उछलती है वो मट्टी यदि आपके शरीर को स्पर्श कर जाए तो इस त्रिवेणी संगम के स्नान का लाभ प्राप्त हो सकता है। फिलहाल इतने ही। हरे गोविंद दास को दीजिए इजाजत। आप देखते रहिए वरदान दिया नेटवर्क।